Yo, what's going on, family? It's to the top, Chris. And yo, welcome to day 30 of me doing a liquid fast for 30 days straight. I'm talking about no food, just straight water, herbal tea, cold pressed juices, and natural juices, bro. Obviously, throughout the cold pressed juices and the natural juices, there was calories, but not a full meal, not enough to replace a full meal. Like, let's just let that be known. Like, me living off that was still a struggle. I still had to sit through hunger and all of that stuff, right? So let's not think that that shit was easy in the slightest, right? But guys, I went from 166 to 140 in the matter of 30 days. And if I went with water only, I'm not gonna lie, I could have reached 130 by now. I'm not gonna lie. I could have weighed way less, right? But that wasn't my goal. My original goal was to get to 150, but then I changed mid journey because I was like, no, if your goal is 150, at least get 5 to 10 pounds less than that, because the moment you eat, you're gonna regain some more pounds immediately. The moment you eat another full meal, and or consistent full meals, like once you start eating consistent full meals again, you're obviously gonna gain a couple more pounds within that week or a few days, right? So I'm like, let's not just get to the exact point of 150. Let's get to at least 140, 135. I was willing to go down even that far, right? But I was not willing to go down below 130 though. I would really be harming myself if I did that for sure. But I knew my limits, right? I know how to carry myself. But let's go back to the time where it all started. So I told you guys I was 166. Here's the proof, right? This was October 18th, 2024. I know y'all see that. 166 pounds I weighed. That was way beyond my goal. Because look, everybody has a fitness goal, right? Everybody got a weight goal that they want to reach so they could look a certain type of way and for their type of body, for their body type, right? Mine was 160. Because I couldn't get out of that 150, 155 range because of my fast metabolism. Anybody who's skinny knows that once you eat something, you're going to the bathroom right after that. You know what I'm saying? So it was hard for me to gain weight. You had to eat like double of the portion that you were getting in order for you to gain weight, right? So for me, I was doing that. Like I was eating, I consciously decided and intentionally decided to eat more in order to get to that weight. But then I overdid it. I got to 166, and let's keep these factors in mind. I sit all day for work, which I don't really sit all day for work because I make sure and I hold myself accountable to walk around, do laps, go outside. You know what I mean? I make sure to take care of myself in that way. But I don't do as much. Before, I was not doing as much cardio. Besides all of that, walking stuff, I was not doing as much cardio. And I was eating around 8 to 9 p.m. window. Like that was my window to eat at 8 to 9 p.m. So that's not good whatsoever. You should not be eating past 6 o'clock. Like us humans are supposed to be in alignment and in harmony with nature. Rise with the sun and go down with the moon. So you're not even supposed to be up, let alone eating past sunset, right? So I was disobeying the laws of nature and my own circadian rhythm, right? And my cycles of eating and how and when and how I should be going about things in daily life, right? So I was already disobeying the laws of nature. So me sleeping with all that food in my gut, my body breaking that down in my gut, mind you, with barely any help. Yeah, I work out, don't get me wrong. But like I said, I don't do cardio to keep my digestive system and my digestive tract, in flow. So me sleeping with all that food, sitting down for most of the time at work, eating double the portions. I mean, you put 2 and 2 together, that obviously equals to weight gain. And if I kept it going, obesity. I could have been the 1 out of 3 Americans to be obese. Hell no. Hell no. So once I took a look at this, the ending of March, beginning of April came, that's when I was like, man, I'm not liking where I'm at. I kept lifting up my shirt in the mirror, my mirror right here. I kept lifting up my shirt. I was like, yo, this is Chris. Like, This is the king that you portray yourself to be. I was disgusted, bro. I'm gonna be honest with y'all. No bullshit, no bullshit. I was disgusted with myself. I was disappointed with myself because I hold myself at such a standard. I see myself in such a light, right? That I'm like, Chris, like, mind you, I was always skinny. As I told y'all, even in my family, one of my nicknames used to be Flaquito, Flaco, right? Because of how skinny I was skin and bones, boy. The fact that I gained so much weight after all my life seeing my sense of self with abs, I never did not have abs. I was never fat in my life. To see that, to even get a taste of what it feels like to not be happy at the man that you're looking at in the mirror hurt me, bro. Internally hurt me. And what do you think that did to my mental, bro? That shit fucked with my mental health. What? That shit fucked with my mental health. You know what I'm saying? Because I was always somebody that went to the gym. I was always somebody that was fit, that was active, that played sports, that did this. And I let myself get this far. I let myself sink this low. You know what I'm saying? That shit was real pain in my heart, bro. Because, and let's just not look at the outside, right? Think about what that shit does in my inner world. That shit fucks with my confidence. It definitely made me insecure, right? Anytime I wore a shirt, I had my gut poking out. And like my head was, every time I had to, this is something that's just not really talked about too much. Like my insecurity got to the point where I just kept looking down at my gut. Like I would be in public, I'd be like, yo, I need to do something. Like subconsciously, my mind would record that shit. And it would know, yo, this dude is, like in the third point of view, like my mind is like, yo, this dude is super insecure about his weight. Like, yo, this dude does not like what he sees when he puts on a tight, mind you, all I wear is tight shirts. You know what I'm saying? All I wear is tight shirts that goes to my muscle. You know what I'm saying? Like that sticks to my muscle. So you gonna notice if I'm big or not. I don't wear no loose shirt. I wear a slim fit size. My true color's gonna be shown when I go out into public. So how do you think I feel about that, bro? Seeing my stomach poking out like that? Hell no. That shit fucked me up. For a good time, I was in the darkness, bro. For a good time, I was not happy with myself. I wasn't happy with how I treated myself, with how I was carrying myself. I held myself, like I told you, I held myself at such a standard, at such a light. You know what I'm saying? Like crown and all, Chris, you know what I'm saying? To the top, Chris, where we going to the top? You know what I'm saying? Like, and for that shit to just disintegrate in just moments of time, because obesity don't, you know what I'm saying? By the time you notice that shit's already like that. You know what I'm saying? You already let yourself get like that. And then you just keep on going because you're just used to it. You're just comfortable. You're not really worried about it. You like, I still hit the gym. I still do, but you're not going hard enough. You know what I'm saying? You're not doing, like, I don't care if you go to the gym. Like, if you go to the gym and you don't have abs, I question you, bro. Same way I question myself. I question you, bro. How do you not have abs and you go to the gym and you're fit and you're supposed to be strong, but yet your stomach not on flatio? You know what I mean? So that's how it was for me, bro. I got too disappointed at my current situation. I got frustrated at my current level of self, and I was like, this current version of me gotta go. What's the next level look like? That's what it is. What's it gonna take for me to get to this next level right now? And I was scrolling through IG one day, right? And mind you, in the back of my head, I just knew I needed change. I knew I was uncomfortable. I was unsatisfied. I knew I wanted more. You know what I'm saying? And I was scrolling on IG one day, and I saw this one dude. His name is @BookOfNoah on IG. And I clicked on it. I was just doing my research on different content creators so I can, get better at my craft. I saw his story, and he just did a 30-day fast. Like he took the screenshot, it was like the whole calendar marked out of him doing a straight 30-day water fast. And then immediately I just took a moment. I looked at that. And mind you, anybody who's in this self-improvement shit that wants to better their life in every aspect, you know in the back of your mind, there's challenges that you want to take on in order for you to get better. You know that there's different habits, different routines, different regimens, different protocols that you know that in your mind, yo, I want to start doing this. I want to change up my health and start doing this more. I want to go on an alkaline diet. So I want to do a fast. I want to start drinking sea moss. Like we all have challenges that we all want to do to get us to the next level of our health, of our wealth, of our physical being, of our spiritual being, of our mind. We are always looking to ascend. We are always looking to improve. Fasting has been one of those dominant thoughts in my head that I knew I needed to take on if I wanted to lose this belly fat immediately and get back into shape, into prime optimal shape, into prime to the top Chris. The Chris that I know, right? The Chris in the mirror that I know and that I love and that I'm confident in and that can take on the world with no problem. Right? That if there was a fire, I'm jumping over fences, I'm jumping over walls, I'm doing whatever, I'm doing whatever it takes in order for me to survive. Right? Like, I'm not going to be fodder to real life situations that require peak physical optimal shape. You're crazy. I know what this real life is, and I know right now we just in a little bubble, in a little box where it's quote unquote safe at, but let shit really hit the fan, bro. You gonna wish you never had that gut. You gonna wish you did some cardio. You gonna wish you focused on yourself, and you gonna wish you got on your shit earlier. But guess what? It's too late. How about stay ready so you don't need to get ready? That was my whole philosophy going into this whole entire fast and even changing myself, right? Now there's no question about jumping over walls, being ready in any physical altercation, being ready for any survival situation, right? I'm ready for it all. Let me know. I'm here. You know what I'm saying? So that was my whole thought process going into it. I saw him post that and just a flame just whoosh. A flame just whoosh. Just sparked and coursed through my body. Like, yo, I put my phone down immediately. I was like, yo, I'm doing a 30-day fast. I'm doing a 30-day fast. You know what I'm saying? I wrote down the game plan. I did my research. I did everything I needed to do in order to prepare me for that 30-day fast. I was like, yo, like, this is it. Like, you know what I'm saying? I'm losing this weight. I'm getting my mental sharper because, mind you, before all of this fast, before the fast too, bro, I was mentally clogged, bro. My thought process was backed up with hella traffic, bro. I couldn't fully think clearly. I couldn't fully think positively. I was eating bad foods, and you know what they say, you are what you eat. So I was feeling the effects of the bad food that I was eating, and it was manifesting in my physical reality and in my energy, right? My energy was being stained. My energy was being poisoned. It was being sapped. My life force was being sapped, right? From just all the bad food that I was eating, from just all the bullshit, like, habits that I had, like the toxic relationship that I had with food. Oh my God, that's a whole nother conversation. Like I was overindulging with food. I never used to pray, give thanks before I used to eat food. Like now I have a whole new setup, and I wrote it down in my notes and everything on like how I'm gonna approach food and how I'm gonna, change my relationship with it, because my relationship with it was so fucking terrible, dog. You know what I'm saying? And now I just want to change all of that shit. But before, like, it was so unhealthy. It was so toxic. Like, don't get me wrong, I don't eat meat. I don't know if y'all know, but I don't eat meat. Like, I just say I don't eat meat, but y'all can call me vegetarian, whatever the case may be, because I still do eat cheese, eggs, things of that nature. But my goal is to just cut out anything processed, cut out anything with cheese, even eggs too, I want to let go of. And also just, once I just want to cut off eggs. Like the last things to cut off are eggs and cheese, and just anything processed in general, anything that's not made from God. If it's not God's food, I do not want it inside God's temple, the kingdom of God, right? That's how I want to go about things. That is genuinely my goal. But for right now, this is where I'm at. You know what I'm saying? This is what the current version of me, where he's at right now. So that's what we're rocking with. You may think vegans have the best diet, but they still eat bullshit too. You know how much shit there is to eat that's quote unquote vegan, but unhealthy? You know what I'm saying? So to even be vegan right now, like you have to have a strict diet and just eat straight plant-based is the way to go, bro. If it ain't plant-based, you shouldn't be consuming it. It isn't for the human body. If it isn't in nature, it isn't for the human body. You know what I mean? If it isn't for your human archetype, right? What your people, what your ancestors used to eat, your color, like all of these factors play a part in what you should be eating. Like even me, I need to go get a blood test. I need to do all these different types of tests to genuinely know what it is me and my people eat, right? So I could follow that and be at peak optimal shape and form, right? And health. That was my whole thing with food. And mind you, the root cause of all of this was food. Like the root cause of my mental health declining was food. The root cause of my toxic food habits was food. It's in the name. My root cause of my weight gain was food. My root cause of not being able to tap in fully with my spirit. Like, now when I go into meditation, I feel like I could just leave my body, bro. Like now I'm so connected. I'm so that tapped in that's how it feels like when I meditate these days. Like my blockage with my spirit was food. Like this is what food does if it's treated poorly and negatively and toxically within yourself, right? These are all and mind you, I'm not even talking about illnesses. I'm not even talking about diseases or any sicknesses, because the root cause of all those things, the bullets to all those things, is food as well. You are what you eat, but then you are what you consume entirely. Not what you eat, not just what you eat, but what you consume, what you read, what you watch, what you listen to, who you hang around, who you give your energy to, what you're giving your energy to. All of these things play a part in your well-being. It's not just what you eat. You know what I'm saying? Your spiritual diet, your mental diet, your sensory diet, who you allow to exchange energy with, even with girls, and all of that shit matters. Energy transfer is real. Everything is energy. You know what I'm saying? But we should all know that by now. You feel me? So the energy that I was giving into myself was not love. Far from it. Far from it, actually. It was not love. It was the lack of it. It was, if anything, self-hate, right? When you describe the characteristics of what self-hate is, the traits of what self-hate is, it's mistreating yourself. It's doing what does not serve you. Yes, we all have bad habits, and yes, we all have flaws. But the things that are in your control are in your control. So that means you have the ability to stop it, put an end to it, change it, and become better. That's the facts. So I knew that food was in my control. How much I was eating was in my control. All of that shit was in my control. So I decided to take control. Mic drop. But no funny shit though. A lot of y'all can't say no to food. I was like that myself. A lot of y'all can't say no to women. I was like that myself. A lot of y'all can't say no to pleasure. I was like that myself. But what happens when you can't say no to yourself? What happens when you don't have the discipline, the restraint, self-agency, self-sovereignty, self-governance over yourself? What happens? You let things go too far, right? And those end up becoming problems. The things that you can't avoid, the problems that you can't face, and the shit that you can't say no to, that shit's controlling you, bro. That shit controlled me, and look where it had me. Thank God I'm able to have the strength, the willpower, and the mental fortitude to bring me to this new level, to this new version of myself. But a lot of y'all can't relate. You feel me? A lot of y'all can't relate. I got frustrated at my change. The catalyst to growth really happens is when you're tired of your own shit. When you're frustrated at your current situation. That's when that shit hits you to fucking grow and to fucking do something about that shit. That's when you fucking do it. But I'm not gonna lie. I shouldn't have done that shit when I got frustrated. I should have done that shit the moment that I consciously was aware of me slipping. I should have intellectually solved that problem long ago and took the action and the necessary steps to change it. But I let myself get to the emotion, right, to do something about it. Not good. Note to self, for sure. I decided to say no to my worldly desires. I decided to say no to myself. All of the things that I wanted, that I was giving myself instantly, right, falling into instant gratification instantly, I was like, nah, fuck that. I'm the CEO. Mind over matter. All is mind. If you know what that means, then why are you letting this control everything? Why are you letting your subconscious control everything? Not the way to do things, bro. Not the way to do things, bro. Change the story, bro. Change the narrative, bro. Your flesh does not rule you. I know this shit is strong as shit. Like throughout this whole 30-day fast, my flesh has been screaming, bro, to eat, to indulge, and want all the bad foods, all the shit that I'm scrolling on social media. I'm seeing food ads, YouTube, Spotify, food ads. Bro, you don't think my body's like, yo, I would want that right now, bro. Like, yo, I can't wait to eat this shit after the fast, bro. The flesh is weak, bro. Your body is weak, bro. But that's not you, bro. That's not you. Those are also the parasites as well. And that's your flesh. So you got a tag team against you, against your mind. And you got to try to dominate that shit. Say no to that shit. Break this shit's will. You know how hard this shit has been, bro? You know how difficult and long, hard journey of a road and rugged path this shit has been? Man, I don't know too many people doing a 30-day fast, bro. But I'll tell you right now, this shit takes a whole nother level of strength. And I'll tell you right now, I'm just super grateful that I did it. I'm super grateful for the lessons that I acquired through it. Man, I'm just blessed. The wisdom, the knowledge, it'll never leave me now. It's forever instilled in me now. And I could pass this on now. That's the blessing. I get to help people through my own transformation. Shit is crazy. So after I saw the screenshot of the Book of Noah guy, how he did that 30-day fast, I was inspired. I was motivated. I just knew that the right decision was now. There's no better time to make a decision than now. You want to beat procrastination? You want to beat anxiety? Stay in the present. Make decisions in the present. Don't wait for different time periods. Don't wait for tomorrow. Don't wait for later. Eliminate tomorrow and later in your vocabulary, and just know that the only moment and the only time that exists is now. The past and the future only exist in your mind. Therefore, they do not exist in physical reality. Physical reality, all we have is now, is presence, right? They call life is a gift because we're living in the present, right? So that's where I decided it's time to do this fast. I went into it, and documenting my journey really helped me accountable because, mind you, like I was telling y'all, the body's weak. At any given late night thought, at any given moment of weakness, I could have folded. But I knew I had an audience. I knew I had people watching me. I knew I had people supporting me. I knew I couldn't give up. I knew I couldn't let none of y'all down, bro. And I appreciate all of the love, all of the support that y'all giving me, bro. Y'all are the realest, bro. Y'all the realest. I'm not the realest. Y'all the realest. Matter of fact, we're the realest, for sure. We're the greatest, for sure. I appreciate each and every single one of y'all for that. But y'all kept me going, bro. There was moments of times throughout that fast, bro, where I was feeling like shit. I was feeling like absolute fucking garbage, bro. Like I absolutely didn't even want to go to work. I would wake up in the morning with headaches, fatigue, weakness, just bad breath, like all the wrong conditions, all the wrong things that I did not want to deal with going on, coursing through my body, and the energy. Oh my gosh, it was so much, bro. It was so much. And I'm just so glad. I'm just so proud that I made it, bro. I fucking made it, dog. Like, you don't know how much strength this shit took to, like, tomorrow I'll break the fast. Like, I can keep on going. Honestly, I don't even need to eat, bro. Like, I can keep on going, you feel me? But damn, bro, at the same time, this shit is torture, bro. I won't lie. Like, because I don't want to keep on playing this tug of war with my body, bro. I don't want to keep on playing this tug of war with myself and trying to tell my body no. Like, don't get me wrong, each time I tell my body no, I am telling my higher self yes. And that's great because I'm choosing, right? Because anything that you're not changing, you're choosing. Let you be aware of that. Let all of us be aware of that. Anything that we're not changing, that is in our control, we're choosing that situation. We're choosing that circumstance. We're choosing that bad habit and that self-destruction. I don't want to hear nothing. Don't even let an excuse come out of your mouth. Just know you have to take full responsibility and accountability for your actions. That's what it means to be a man, 100%. Mind you, anything that you cannot say no to, a man that cannot control his mind, his stomach, his phallus is not a man. You do not have no discipline. You have no self-control, right? How can you apply discipline, self-control? How do you want success? How do you want to be the greatest? How do you want to be the best businessman, the best content creator, the best streamer, but yet you're not disciplined, you have no self-control, you have no self-restraint, you're not the one calling the shots, you're letting your body call the shots, you're letting your urges, your cravings, temptations, and your lowest desires call the shots. Now who's really the boss? It's definitely not you, bro, and you definitely don't have the traits and the characteristics of a millionaire, of somebody who wants to be successful, of somebody who wants to be great in life. I'm sorry to break it to you, bro, but you will never be successful in life until you adopt these traits. Just think to yourself. Think to yourself, bro. What does a millionaire day-to-day look like? What does a millionaire's life day-to-day look like? What does his daily life look like? What are his habits? How does he speak to people? How does he speak to himself? What are his thoughts? How does he carry himself? What are his habits? What time does he go to sleep? What time does he wake up? What does he eat? What does your higher self look like, bro? Have you ever even asked yourself that? Have you ever meditated and visualized what your higher self is capable of and what he could do if you just stop getting in your own way? I know I have. And I know what he looks like. I know how he sounds like. I know how he operates. I know how his mental is, his physical, his spiritual. I know oh my gosh, bro. He's a god, bro. Just know that. You know what I'm saying? And I'm just a mere footstep in that. I'm just a mere memory of that. I'm just a distant, far echo from that. I'm getting close though, but yeah, still not where I want to be. But I'm super grateful for where I am because I'm not who I used to be. And that's the most important part. It's not you versus anybody else. It's not you versus anybody on social media that you keep comparing yourself to. It's you versus the person that you were yesterday, bro. Evolve 1% each day. If you're doing the same shit that you were doing yesterday, how do you think you're going to get any better at any single thing that you're doing? Because you're not. You're not reading a book. You're not working out. You're not doing cardio. You're not doing anything different. You're not exploring your creativity. You're not creating nothing. You're not doing nothing out of the norm, out of this world, out of the box. You're still in this little ass box thinking that you're doing some shit with your laptop or maybe hitting the gym and you think you're on top of the world or some shit. Bro, there's so much more to do that you're not even worried about and focused on right now. That you're not even changing right now. Shit that you just let it slide. You're like, where are your standards at? Where are your boundaries at? You know what I'm saying? Has your circle changed? Like y'all need a full reset. This fast was a full reset on not just my weight, but on everything. On everything. People done showed me true colors. I done let go of so many bad habits. Like I lost so many bad habits in the process of just this fast. They felt like I fasted from damn near everything. My whole life felt like the button reset just got pushed. And now everything's changed for the better. I'm in abundance of love. My mind is different, right? My growth is different. My transformation, my rebirth is something beyond belief. Y'all wouldn't even know. You know what I'm saying? I'm moving through life in a whole different flow state now. It's different. You feel me? And if you don't know what peak optimal state is until you fasted. I don't care what you tell me. You don't know what peak optimal state is until you fasted. You don't even know what it's like to be light. People say we're humans, right? Light. We're people of light, right? But you don't even know what it feels like to be light. Metaphorically. You don't even know what it feels like to shed all of this, to clear up all of this and see clearly. I can see the glaciers, brother. I can see crystal. You know what I'm saying? You don't know what it's like to deny this, bro. You don't know. You don't know. But you need to get to know. I want you to get to know. It's the most freeing feeling. But listen, guys, I'm going to wrap it up here. Once again, I want to give my thanks and my sincere gratitude to each and every single one of y'all watching, supporting, liking, commenting, subscribing. Couldn't have done this without y'all, bro. And I mean that from the bottom of my heart. No bullshit. That concludes this 30-day challenge. I'm going to be showing y'all what I'm going to eat tomorrow. So stay tuned for tomorrow's video. I know y'all going to want to see that. It's going to be with some fruits, with some smoothies, you feel me? Listen, y'all going to see Chef Chris, King Chris in the kitchen, you know what I'm saying? So tap in, family. Peace and love. And I hope all of y'all have a blessed day, man.